Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Stronghold podcast. Jake, producers in the house.
Yo, how you doing?
Charmaine, the lovely wife, in the house.
Hello.
Pull that thing right up to your face, Charmaine.
Oh.
People got to hear you speak.
Hello.
There we go. There we go. All right, everybody, we are recording this podcast right after the Islam Makhachev Volkanovski fight. The whole card was pretty decent. To be honest with you, I only saw the main card so far because I only got home at about 2:30 in the morning after cornering one of my guys in a fight. So I woke up at like 10 a.m. and here we are. We just immediately watched the main card and then started the podcast. So we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today. Today we're going to cover the one in Lumpinee shows. The last 2 weekends I've been gone for one in Lumpinee 2 and then one in Lumpinee 3. I've got some cool stuff that I can show you guys in the future, some videos I took from there. And then we have UFC last week, we have UFC this week. We've got all kinds of news coming up. Let's get started.
So we'll go with today's fights. May as well start at the top of the card. That's the big one.
Yeah, Volkanovski and Islam. Volk put up a hell of a fight, man. Volk put up a hell of a fight. That fifth round was amazing.
As I said to you, right at the end of the fifth, if there was one more round, Volk was winning that fight.
Yeah, okay, so let's play a thought experiment here. No time limit. Old school UFC rules. Okay, UFC 1, Pride rules, like when Royce Gracie fought Sakuraba for an hour and a half. If that is a no time limit fight, does Volkanovski win?
No, because I think the bell saved Volk at the end of round one. Because if you remember, end of round one, it finished him defending a choke from the back. So no, but if it was a 6-round fight, then yes, he would have won.
Yeah, I guess that logic only applies. You can't just apply that logic when there's breaks in between the rounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, well, I guess you could make the argument Volkanovski would win if it was 5-minute rounds with 1-minute breaks until one guy won.
Yes, then he would have won.
But still, that fifth round was crazy. Volk got on top, wrestled. Man, Islam was staring at the clock that entire fifth round.
Yep.
This was weird, too, because I didn't know who I wanted to win. I like both guys a lot. Like, I love Islam style. I love all those Dagestani guys. But I also love an underdog. And, dude, I wish they should have mic'd up Volk in that fourth round.
Yeah.
He was talking to Islam the entire time he had his back. He literally just, like, all I see is his mouth moving and him just fucking punching backward, his just mouth moving and punching backwards. Really no threat of the rear naked choke. Like, Volk didn't seem concerned about it. His wrestling held up. His submission defense stood up. But I think the thing that made the difference in the fight was that Islam striking was there.
Yeah.
He was landing more. The striking, he was landing the harder shots. Volkanovski was landing good shots too. But Islam just beat him to the punch for most of the rounds.
If I'm using your one judge eyes, who wins that fight if it's in one? If it's judged on one criteria?
Ooh, that's a juicy question. I hadn't thought about that. If it's one scoring criteria, probably still Islam. But, Jake, maybe my memory's not serving correctly. Charmaine, maybe you remember. What was the round where Islam had Volk's back and then Volk kept punching him? Was that the fourth or the third?
Fourth round.
Because I think you could make the argument that
Volk was the aggressor in that round, even though he had someone on his back.
Well, I can tell you that Volk definitely did more damage when Islam was on his back than Islam did to him. And there was no real threat of the rear naked choke. I don't know. That's kind of weird because traditional conventional wisdom would be to award the position so much higher because he's on his back. But Volk just kept like talking shit and then just like punching him in the behind. That was weird.
If I'm on your back, which admittedly isn't likely, but you're just punching me in the face, who's actually winning there?
I mean, I thought Islam won the fight, but I was just pulling for Volk so hard, especially in that fifth round. We all were like low key Volk fans. It reminds me of that Glover Teixeira Jamal Hill fight. Me and Charmaine were just like losing our shit when Glover got that takedown in the fifth round. I was like, fuck. Dude, Charmaine was so pumped up. She started crying at the end of it. I saw her tearing up. She was like, Glover! She wanted the grandpa to win so hard, man.
He threw his gloves on the floor.
I know. When he retired, dude, I actually welled up a little bit. So we'll stick to the Volk in Islam fight. But I don't know. We were just talking about this. Jake, do you think that Islam's stock went down? I think we can all agree Volkanovski's stock went up.
Yep.
Even in the loss.
Yep.
Does Islam's stock go down, or is Volkanovski just that good? Do you think he's that much better than all the lightweights? Because so far Islam has smashed every lightweight, like finished
Everyone.
4 in a row, 5
Yeah.
in a row,
Yep.
something like that.
Finished a dominant champ in Oliveira as well.
Can you bring up Islam's record really quick? He finished Oliveira. He finished Drew Dober. He finished... Thing is, he hasn't really fought a lot of the top 5 because, the word on the street was everybody was ducking him for so long.
Oh, wait. Topology. But yeah, it's... Here we go.
Yeah, let's take a look and see because I'm pretty sure he finished
Everyone.
almost everybody. In his last, 5 or 6 fights, other than Volk. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we finished Bobby Green. That's what it was. So he finished Oliveira, finished Bobby Green, finished Dan Hooker, finished Thiago Moises, finished Drew Dober, decision over Dami Halmosh, and then decision over Armin Sarukian. Okay, so yeah, 4 or 5 finishes in a row, and those guys, each one is progressively higher level in the division. I wonder if Volk is just that much better than the lightweights, or if Islam, I don't know. What do you think?
I think Islam clearly won the fight, and because you always cheer for the underdog, you don't focus on what the favourite's doing as much. I think, benefit of hindsight, now the fight's finished, the excitement's over. Excellent performance by Islam. No two ways about it. Did what had to be done. But Volk's still number 1 pound for pound in my book after that fight because he was the smaller guy. He finished the fight in a dominant... he was winning at the end of the fight. So I don't think Islam gets points taken off in how good he is, but he's not pound for pound number 1. It's Volk's stock that's boosted through that fight, and it's him that's proved he's pound for pound number 1, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting point, Jake. Does losing a fight automatically or inherently remove you from being number 1 pound for pound?
Not if you're the smaller guy, is what I'd say.
And probably considerably smaller.
Yeah.
I'd reckon that Islam's 20 pounds heavier than Volk. Two weight classes heavier walking around. 1.5 minimum. Minimum, he's 15 pounds heavier, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And the fight was so close that, yeah, you could still make the argument that
It would if
that Volk is number 1.
If Volk had have won that fight on the judges' scorecard, it would have been contentious, but it wouldn't have been a robbery. You could see, and again, I think the decision is correct. But say the decision had gone the other way, I wouldn't be screaming robbery. I'd say, all right, I can see why he shaded it.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think it gives the rest of the division kind of eye-opening experience to be like, okay, this dude's vulnerable, especially late. Man, in that 5th round, Islam was done. He was looking up at the clock the whole time. He basically just, closed the guard in the last minute, tried to tie him up. Volk was just trying to pound on him or whatever. And so I think the rest of the division sees that. And they're like, okay, if we can just drag this dude into late waters, maybe they stand a chance. Poirier's seems like he's going to be the next one because they got Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler tied up. They've got Beneil Dariush and Charles Oliveira tied up. So that only leaves Gaethje and Poirier. Gaethje lost. Poirier's on a 2-fight win streak.
Yeah, so it's Poirier.
It's got to be Poirier, which Poirier's still one of my favorite fighters. I hope he wins.
I wonder who you're cheering for in that one.
Yeah, I like Islam too, but I'm gonna definitely cheer for Poirier. But it'd be interesting to see if the little bit of the chink in the armor of Islam sort of makes people understand how vulnerable this guy is, or if Volk is just better than all the other lightweights. That could be the case too.
Yeah,
because Islam's been smashing all of them. So if Volk did that well, is Volk that good? Did Islam have an off night, or what's the case?
Volk's got that low center of gravity though. Sometimes being short like that makes you super hard to take down.
Yeah, that's what Islam said. He's like, oh, this short guy. What do you say? He said something like that in the...
Then he was like, oh, he's so short but so strong.
Yeah. They were like, oh, what? They said something along the lines of oh, what did he do that you didn't think? And he's like, oh, he's so short. It's like, what? That's not something he did. That's something that he is. Yeah, because he's only 5'6".
Yeah.
So he's really, really short. I don't know. What were your thoughts, Charmaine? Who were you pulling for? Did you have a favorite going, or did you have somebody that you wanted to win?
I mean, I just want the underdog to win, which was Volkanovski. I really thought he was going to lose, but he did really well.
He did really well.
Yeah.
We took reaction videos, but
There was nothing great to react to.
it was just basically us nervously watching the whole fight.
And you got no technique to show though, because
I know. That's my money. That's how I get subscribers on this
there
channel.
was no
is
finish.
showing Team Khabib finishes on my channel, and now I got nothing. I mean, I could show the Yair Rodriguez triangle. I guess that'd be worth showing.
Yeah.
But
That was a good fight.
we should have taken a reaction video for the Glover fight last weekend, dude. That would have been legendary. You were so fucking worked up watching that fight. That would have been the best reaction video of all time. We never do it when it's because you never know. Right?
Yeah.
You just never know. Like, oh, what's the moment to do a reaction video or whatever. I think the Tiffany Teal one was pretty good. That was the best reaction video we did so far. That fight against Panda.
Just all of us screaming at
Yeah.
the team at the screen.
All right, dude. Let's hit up the co-main event because Volkanovski, he's still the featherweight champion, and Yair Rodriguez looked damn good. I mean, is he the most exciting fighter in the UFC?
Yeah. Well, his style is wild and so fun to watch. You don't know
Also,
what's coming
he's
next.
pretty mean.
Yeah.
Like Yair
Did
fights
you see-
mean.
He got him with the inside elbow at one point, coming up towards the finish. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that was
and even on the
brutal.
ground, like when he's in the closed guard, he's vicious.
Yeah.
He's just constantly bang, 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 dropping elbows, hunting for submission. I mean, his wrestling is not the best. He gets taken down in his fights, but he's nasty from his back. Like I mean, nasty in the sense that he's like mean.
Yeah.
He does not dirty shit. Like he doesn't do dirty stuff. He's not like gouging eyes or anything like that. But he's just constantly throwing strikes. He doesn't just like most people in the closed guard like Islam. What does Islam do when he's in the closed? Granted, he's tired and everything.
Yeah.
He's holding on. He's tying
hold on.
up. He's stalling out. He's trying to get to the bell because he knew he's up on the cards. Yair is nasty in there, man.
On the ground, yeah, not to the same level, but he reminds me of Tony Ferguson. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You both thought the same thing at the exact same time.
Yeah, like nasty. All right, I don't mind being on my back now because I'm going to try and slice you open with my elbows and just keep throwing triangles up. And I've got long ass legs. I'm probably going to get one, which
Yeah.
happened today.
I mean, that triangle was nasty. I love a good triangle finish too. For me, there's like a submission off your back, and there's like a body shot finish. Those are the two things where I'm just like, oh, so satisfying. So satisfying to watch. I don't know why. I think it's like the sadistic part of my brain. It's like when I see somebody crumble to a liver shot, I'm just like, yes! I don't know why. Same thing with like a good submission off of your back. Somebody hits a triangle or a quick arm bar or something off the back. I'm partial to chokes, though. The triangle for me is better.
I'm always jealous of people who can do a triangle because they don't work if you got little short legs. They're just absolutely useless.
They will against people your own size.
Yeah,
But
but
if
the
you're
second
consistently rolling
someone's
with
longer
people,
than you, no.
yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I need to work on my triangle. It's one of my worst submissions, I think. I still get them every now and again against white belts.
who are on their first lesson all the time. Can nail
I
one.
triangle the shit out of some white belts, okay?
Have you never gotten shown with a triangle before?
Nah, I think in like specific training, but I don't count specific training because what happens in specific training stays in specific training. I didn't earn that shit. Like that's just like, oh, here's a gift, So start on the back. I'll start with whatever. Yeah, but I mean, Yair's amazing. I mean, that style is so fun to watch. It's so dynamic. His front kicks, his question mark kicks, his heel kicks, elbows, knees. I mean, the dude throws everything. He literally throws everything. He's got that up elbow knockout against the Korean Zombie, which is probably the greatest knockout in MMA history. He's got wheel kick knockouts, head kicks. He's got question mark kicks, front kicks, knees up. Dude, the body kicks that he was hitting Emmett with were nasty. There was a few times where he hit the liver kick, and you just saw, I can see the body language, right? I can see very subtle body language. Sometimes it wasn't that fucking subtle. Let's just be real, right? But there were a few of them that landed where you just see like the elbow come in a little bit, the eyes widen like a millimeter, right? And you're just like, oh, he felt that one.
Yeah.
And then once Yair kept hitting him to the body, Emmett was like lunging. He was just trying to take his head off. And the movements are too big. Yair's too good. If you start looking for the finish in like the first round because you're getting teed up on the body, like then he's just going to piece you up.
Yeah.
Because the movements are too big. Rodriguez is a sniper. We were just saying this. Do you remember 3 years ago when I think it was when he was supposed to fight Zabit, back when Zabit was still fighting.
And it was the wacky contract stuff.
Yeah, there was some contract stuff, and then Dana White was just talking about he doesn't want this, he doesn't have heart. There was this rumor going around that Yair didn't have heart. I think they cut him for a while.
Yeah.
Didn't they actually cut him from the UFC?
Yeah, I think so.
And then they ended up re-signing him again, and now he's a champ. That just goes to show you some of the shit that the UFC does to try and like put media pressure onto fighters to get them to sign shit that they'll make arguments to say, oh, he's not tough, he doesn't want it, he doesn't do all of this kind of stuff.
And
then now he's
Francis Ngannou went, yeah, that's cool, but I'm going to make $1 billion fighting Tyson Fury, so see ya.
Yeah, and then the argument is oh no, he just wants to fight easier opponents for more money. Yeah. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are easy opponents.
Sorry, also, who wouldn't want to fight easier opponents for more money? That's literally what every fighter wants, surely.
Exactly. But those aren't easy fights. You think Francis Ngannou going to boxing and fighting Dillian White or Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury is an easier fight? He's the heavyweight champion in the UFC. He beats everybody. Any UFC fight for the heavyweight title is going to be easier than him going to boxing and fighting Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. Yeah. Although him fighting Wilder would be just the craziest fight of all time, because you 100% know someone's getting knocked out.
It'd be like that slap thing that they do now. It's basically the boxing version of that, because whoever connects first, that's it, game over.
Oh, the slap, the power slap.
Power slap.
Power slap is rough, man.
Dude, that's so stupid.
It's so stupid. It's like free brain damage, basically. And the UFC is promoting it more than this fight. Did you see Jack Slack? He released a podcast, and the title of his podcast, which is fucking genius. Sometimes Jack Slack has some amazing shit. His podcast title was UFC 284 Volkanovski versus Makhachev, sponsored by brought to you by Power Slap. Because the UFC keeps posting all this Power Slap stuff, and there was almost no media.
No media for the two best pound for pound fighters in the world going at it. Then someone could become double champ. It's like, nah, we'll just promote people slapping each other.
I mean, that stuff is so cringe to me. I mean, I just see the brain damage. At least in fighting, you can defend yourself, right? Yeah. They literally stand there with their arms beside themselves and some guy behind them ready to catch them for when they inevitably get knocked unconscious. And they're just like meant to sit there and take it.
I guess it's to show who's tougher. Like, who's tougher. Who's going to last through all these slaps and win. Because the guy with the ballooned up face was the one that won, right? Oh, yeah. That was the guy that won. Everybody thought he was going to lose immediately, but no, he succeeded.
He won?
He won. That guy Apparently he won.
Can you show that guy's face, Jake? Yeah, did you see that? Did you see this guy's face?
Yeah, no.
Oh, it went viral. It was like all over the place. Just type in power slap face. I don't know what to type in, but okay, power slap face images. It's going to pop up for sure. Yep, yeah, first thing to pop up. Oh!
He's disfigured.
Oh, man. Can you throw that up on the screen if it's not? Oh, it is already.
It's on.
Oh, shit. I mean, dude, how much do they win?
Not enough.
Probably more than a UFC fighter that's on the beginning of the roster. Man, horribly disfigured in championship winning bout. He won?
Yeah, he won.
Did he, though?
Does anyone win in this situation?
Did he, though? Will he remember his kids' names in 15 years? I mean, yeah, but they were marketing this shit. Why is this on the UFC channel? That's what I don't understand.
It's almost as if, like, Dana's sort of looked at Juan and gone, oh, look at what Juan are doing, like the way of the Bushido and the honour of martial arts. What's the opposite of that?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, one's like, let's bring in Mikey Musumeci, do submission grappling. Let's bring in Muay Thai and small gloves. And Dana White's like, hold on.
I've got an idea.
Bitch slap world championships. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I guess we can briefly...
Okay, so I'm Volkanovski. I've just had that fight, and I'm fighting Yair Rodriguez next. And I'm instantly picking up my phone backstage. Hello, is that Frankie Edgar? Yeah. Can you come to my training camp, please?
Yeah. Because Frankie Edgar did beat the brakes off of him. Is Frankie Edgar the only person to beat Yair?
Not sure. Let's find out.
I'm pretty sure that Frankie's the only person to beat him. Frankie Edgar beat the shit out of Yair in that fight.
I
know he had the really close one with Korean Zombie. Korean Zombie was winning.
Yep.
If he didn't lunge forward and eat that elbow, I think Korean Zombie would have won that fight. Fuck, that was a good fight. Oh, no. Max Holloway beat him.
Oh, yeah.
Max Holloway beat him in that last fight. That was a good fight, though. Poor Max Holloway. I mean, Yair jumps the queue, even though Holloway beat him. Because Holloway just can't beat... Oh, no,
Holloway can beat anyone in the world apart from Volkanovski.
Yeah, 3 times.
This is to Zabit? Did he fight Zabit?
No, Zabit never fought. Zabit retired. Although I just saw a video of him hitting pads yesterday. So he lost to Max Holloway.
Josh
Oh,
Emmett.
yeah, that Brian Ortega fight where he injured his shoulder. The Chan Sung Jung fight. Frank Yeager is the other. Who beat him? Maybe it was before he was in the UFC.
Win.
Oh, yeah. It was before he was in the UFC. So he's lost twice in the UFC. He lost to Holloway, and he lost to Frank Yeager.
But yeah, if you're Volkanovski, I'm straight on the phone to Phil and Kid. Go like, can I come to New York and do a wrestling camp with you, please?
Yeah. Well, especially when you see Volkanovski take down Islam.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck? Is that the first time Islam's ever been taken down? It must be.
I think it's the first time anyone in the entire Dagestani team's been taken down, never mind Islam.
No, well, Gleison Tebow took Khabib down a few times. And I think, what's the guy's name? Abel Trujillo. I think he also took Khabib down a few times. But that was in the early days, and then Khabib still was like throwing up triangles and throwing up arm bars. Their guards are underrated too.
Yeah.
Like those Dagestani guys, they all have good guards.
You never see them tested. This is why they're underrated.
Yeah, because they just wrestle so much. But yeah, so I mean, if you think of Yair and Volkanovski, that's a good fight though.
Fight.
But you can see the path of victory for each guy. I think Yair can, if he can strike on the outside, man, he kicks so hard. You see every time he kicks somebody, except Max Holloway, which is just like, you can hit Max Holloway in the head with a fucking sledgehammer and he'd probably just smile at you, right? But yeah, he would stay on the outside, push kicks, body kicks, snap kicks. He's got all those wheel kicks, good suppressing, good boxing. And then Volkanovski is just going to box, close the distance, takedowns, timing, different stances, just like he did. That was one thing that Volkanovski did really good against Islam, was constantly switching his stances. He really good footwork against the cage. That was one of the best things about his fight. You can tell he's been training in a cage. There was one point where like Islam's pushing him back against the cage, and you can see Volkanovski look back to see where the cage is, and then he starts to move. He's very aware of like where he is in the ring and using his footwork to not get pinned up against the cage.
Every time you got the cage, but then you've got the black outline of the octagon on the inside of the cage as well. That's like a meter away from the cage edge. Every time he crossed, like every time his back foot went onto that line, you could see he was aware of it and like, no, back to the center, not being here.
And I think with fighting Islam too, it seems like the better path to victory is actually to turn your back. I mean, he's definitely got some good rear naked chokes, or maybe it's just Volkanovski's defense. But when people face Islam, they eat that arm triangle. They eat that Von Flue choke, right? He just wraps them up chest to chest, squeezes them until their heads pop off. Volkanovski was turning his back and turtling and doing a really good job defending there. That body triangle, though, I think that's what locked him up in that round. If he hadn't got caught in that body triangle, he's so short compared to Islam. He's got those long legs. Once you get caught in a body triangle with a long-legged person, really difficult to get out. You can hand fight all day. You can turn and you can spin. But if you get that body triangle and then your toes locked behind the knee, it's very hard to escape
up against
from
the
there.
cage as well, so you can't turn them.
Yeah, he couldn't turn inside. What a good fight, though. Really good fight. It was good to see Volk do so well after everybody shut him down. I think it was like a 4 or 5-1 dog in the fight. And then pretty close decision. So that was pretty sweet. The best finish, I think, definitely goes to either Jack Della or Yair, though.
Oh, I don't know. Junior Tafta on that card as well.
Oh yeah,
that knockout was. I love me a walk-off KO.
Yeah, he looks exactly like Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah.
Are they like twins? They've got the same tattoos. They've got the same body type. They sound the same.
I'm on the wrong card. Yeah, so I'm actually giving it him. That was my favourite because I do love me a walk-off KO.
Step back, bang, bang. Yeah, finished him. Two big boys. All right, and then we have Jack Della. I mean, he looks like every bit of a contender in that division. Iced Randy Brown. Submission, dropped him, finished him. Justin Tafa against Parker Porter. I don't know who that Parker Porter guy is, but...
Neither did he after he got hit.
Yeah. Jimmy Crute. Oh, yeah, Jimmy Crute and Alonzo Menefield. Charmaine, you were cheering for Alonzo Menefield in here.
Yeah.
Is it just because he was losing for a while?
Yeah.
You just instinctively cheer for the underdog.
But it was a draw and everybody booed, so...
You booed.
No, everybody was booing.
You were literally like, boo. I was like, what exactly are you booing right now?
It's a draw. Nobody wants a draw.
Yeah, that's true.
But he got a point taken. That's why it was a draw.
Yeah, that's why.
Alonzo got a point taken, yeah.
Alonzo would have won.
Yeah, man, but Jimmy Crute, in that, was it the first round or the second round, he looked like he was done. I mean, a lot of referees would have stepped in and stopped it there. And then he managed to get the takedown, and then he got a 10-8 in the third round because of the point deduction. But Good fight. I mean, he's a beast, but Alonzo Menifield's got like freaky power.
Yeah.
Freaky power. And then Jimmy Crute just got hurt so bad that he lost all the zip on his punches. He couldn't you could see his legs were gone. His legs are super wobbly, so he couldn't ground himself into his strikes. But he was still able to wrestle. That's the thing, right? Like you can be hurt and wrestle, but it's really tough to be hurt and then strike because your legs go. Right? As soon as your equilibrium is messed up from getting hit with the strike, it's so hard to drive, it's so hard to pivot, it's so hard to twist and ground yourself into your strikes when your legs are like, blah. You're doing the chicken dance. But he was able to tie him up and get on top and do good work, especially in that third round. That was a pretty good fight, though. Bummer it ended in a draw, but I think the point deduction was right. Because he literally held the fence to take him down at like a super critical point in the fight. Because Crute was hurt, right? He's hurt, and then he finally is able to just get the takedown and he grabs the fence. So I think every bit of that was justified. I'm glad there was another fight last week from that last card. I can't remember what fight it was. The referees are actually giving point deductions first time without warnings for some of this stuff. I'm glad they're doing that. I can't remember what the incident was last week. Speaking of that, I'm going to bring this up even though I just said I wouldn't. When we were doing Charmaine and I went to the Lumpinee show, the second one. So we both went to Bangkok for that one. There was this Australian dude. I don't know if you guys haven't watched the one in Lumpinee shows, you should definitely go watch them, especially the third and the first card. Those are absolute bangers. The second card had some good fights on it, but there was this really bad MMA fight with this Australian dude. You remember his name? Nah, we don't need to say his name.
No, I don't know his name. But it was the only MMA fight on that card, and that was like the most horrible fight ever.
Dude, this guy would not fight. He would not fight. I don't know what was going on. He was fighting this dude. I think he was Iranian or was the guy Iranian?
Yeah, and the guy is supposed to be a wrestler. And he didn't even want to engage with him. Like he pulled guard and then in an MMA fight 5 times or something, kept sitting down on his butt. And then the Iranian guy just would stare at him. He wouldn't try to pass the guard. He wouldn't try to punch. So it was just stalemate. And it was incredibly boring.
Yeah.
He got 2 yellow cards. 1 yellow card was because he kept pulling guard. The second one was because of the inactivity. Mm-hmm. And then the third red card was because he just kept pulling guard. So they were like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah. Justin Brown became the first ever American to referee at Lumpinee Stadium and gave the first ever red card in Lumpinee Stadium history.
2 records in one night.
Yeah, people were making fun about it. Actually, dude, we could just talk about those Lumpinee shows. They're a little bit. Actually, I'm one of the first ever foreign referees at Lumpinee Stadium. I think I would be the 4th one, technically, because I did the second show. 3 of my other fellow judges did the first show. And so there were a lot of firsts. There's a first ever foreign judges. So I have a distinct honor of being one of those. And then Justin Brown, first ever, they would have been the first ever Western judges, I think, at Lumpinee Stadium. Justin was definitely the first American. Multiple people said it. And then we had the first ever female judge in Lumpinee Stadium. Now there's 2. There was I think she's British. A British girl was a judge for the 3 show, and then there was a Mongolian judge that they brought in, a female, for the previous show. I haven't met her yet. So those shows are awesome, man. If you haven't seen, go watch the second or the third one. Jake, can we bring up I need to ask permission if I can just show this stuff on because I want to show some of the fights. I don't think one would pull me talking about it, but I also don't want to overstep.
Yeah, it's
boundaries.
It's the YouTube algorithm that'll pop us rather than one.
Okay, so can you go to one's Instagram? Because you got to see the spinning back kick knockout. There was a spinning back kick knockout. There were liver shot knockouts. There was this Hong Kong girl who fought this Thai girl, and this Hong Kong girl she must have thrown 300 strikes in 2 minutes. I mean, 2 rounds rather. It was absolutely insane. She just melted this Thai girl with pressure. So I'm sure this is going to be all of the recent stuff. You might have to go down a few. But there was this brutal spinning back kick finish from the previous show. Keep on going down. Keep on going. Yeah, so I think these are all Friday's stuff. Road 10 got married. Sage Northcutt looking fucking jacked, dude. Jacked. Nong Overs, Jonathan Haggerty just got announced. Oh boy, that's going to be a banger right there. Also,
can Haggerty get it done? Is the question.
I don't know, man.
Always pulls up short.
you keep wanting, not always. He did good against Sam A and some other good fights, but you just wonder if Nong Lo's ever going to get old. Because he was 37 for Thais. He's a dinosaur by Thai standards.
Where are we?
Okay, come on. Oh, they post so much shit, I can't find it. I can't see it. Keep it going further down. Anyway, so while you're looking for this, I'll just keep talking. Maybe it's this one. He's holding his stomach like he just got kicked in the stomach. Bang! Oh, yeah.
All right, let me bring
That's
that up.
beautiful. That's the one right there.
Redo the reaction.
Woo!
Here we go.
Woo! I love a good body shot. Look at that. Bang! Right in the guts, dude. Spinning back kick. What's his name? Can you go hit it one more time?
Senchai.
Huh?
Is it PK Senchai?
That's the gym.
Oh.
Elbrus Amirkhanovic. It's a highlight reel KO in round 1 against Padsanlek PK Senchai. I mean, that is a picture perfect. One more time, please, Jake, because I'm a glutton for punishment. So this was on the event that I was judging, and he just crushes him. Bang, dude. Oh, dude. Nothing hurts worse than that. Okay, you generate so much more power. And check out some of these other ones. Oh, there's I believe that's the Hong Kong chick. She hit her with a liver shot, I think. You. Against this Thai girl. I mean, this chick looks like a beast. She's just throwing all kinds. Look at the volume she's putting on her. Bang, 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 3 times to the liver. It's just like chopping down a tree. Yuan Pui. Yeah, she hit those body shots. Oh, yeah, I met Yuji Shimada. I met him at the event. Although I think he stopped a few of these fights pretty early. I'll be honest with you. A couple of the fights, like one guy, he had in a submission, and the guy didn't tap, but then he just stopped it.
This one?
Maybe, you can try to click that one. But there was no tap, but Yuji was picking up his hand, and he told me after the fight, he kept picking up his hand. You know how the referees will pick up the hand to check and see?
If he's conscious.
See? But there was no tap.
Yeah.
And he's still awake.
Easy though.
I mean, he's not in a good position. But yeah, this guy was really upset. Elliot Compton. We were hanging out with him after the fights. He was pretty upset because I do think it was an early stoppage. But Yuji told me, and I did see him doing it because I was literally like a foot away from that. Actually, you can see, I think it's my face right there. That was a different fight, but I was literally like right here, like the camera's facing this way. I was sat right there, and Yuji kept picking up his hand and checking, and he was giving a little bit of resistance, but then Yuji told me the last time he did it, he didn't feel the resistance, and then he checked and came in and stopped it. But this one, if you want to check out the one Lumpinee shows, watch the third one. I mean, there were so many great finishes, liver shots, spinning back kicks. There was one that was it a liver shot? I mean, the dude got taken out on a stretcher. I mean, these guys are getting after it. Other than that one Australian dude, these people are getting after it. The shows are so good. I don't know. What did you think of Lumpinee Stadium, Charmaine?
It's nice. It's good. I don't know how to describe it.
What was it like? What was the atmosphere like? Was it full?
When I was there, 70%? Not quite full. Yeah, 70%. Everybody was drinking, super rowdy. The Thais, of course. There was this Thai guy dressed up as like some, like he was. I don't know what kind of costume he was wearing, but he was holding 2 flags and he kept waving it around, and everybody was trying to take pictures of him.
Apparently, everybody knows that guy. He's like the mascot, basically.
Yeah,
he's just some dude who's blinged out. Like he's got sunglasses on, really bright things, Thai flags, and he's like in the stands. He's sort
like
of
dancing around with the thing.
He's sort of like a cheerleader. And I was like, oh, who was that guy? And he's like, oh yeah, this guy goes to everything.
Oh, I just thought he was like just a fan or something.
Oh, I don't think this is.
No, it's not this guy.
No. Lizard. No, he's a real person. He's not an actual like mascot, but he's like a cheerleader dude who goes to all the events.
So he is just a fan.
I think he's just a fan. Yeah, let's take a look at the stadium here.
Oh, right. Oops.
I have so many good videos on my phone, but they're not edited or looking nice. What are you?
Lumpinee with the double E at the end.
Jake's trying to find.
I can't. It's like in my defense, I can't see the screen.
EE. Lumpinee Stadium.
without the I.
Lumpinee Stadium.
Lump in
EE.
Yeah. Muay Thai Stadium. Or yeah, there you go. So they're doing I think they're doing the...
Oh, that is a nice looking stadium.
It's pretty cool. There's all these shops. So if you've never been, for those of you that are listening to the podcast, we're looking at some pictures of Lumpinee Stadium. It's super nice. There's places that you can eat all on the outside. There's all kinds of Muay Thai stores. They have this... Fuck, I really wish I just would have prepared these videos. It's poor thought by me.
I know.
But they have these, it's like a little bit of like a Hall of Fame type area where they have all kinds of pictures of previous stadiums. Jake, we've talked about this in the past. I think didn't this open up in the 50s, the 1950s?
Yeah, it's like...
It's the oldest
stadium. It's got
stadium.
a history to it.
Yeah, and this is the new one. So they had an old one, but it was like, no air conditioning and was built in the 50s or whatever. And then so this is the new stadium. And it's super nice. It's like 15 minutes from the airport. Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Yeah, open 1956.
1956.
Wow.
Yeah. Why don't you click that?
This is the one that we went to?
Yeah, this is the one. Well, this
is that old?
No, that's the old one. So the new Lumpinee Stadium in 2014.
Oh.
That's when it was built. That's the one we went to. Yeah, I mean, you want to read that, Jake? At least a little bit of that history.
Wait, you go for it. I can't see it from here.
Okay, sure. Let me see. The stadium is operated by the Army Welfare Department of the Thai Royal Army. All proceeds from the fights go towards supporting the various departments of the Thai Army. So that makes sense, because this is an interesting thing that maybe a lot of people don't know is, I don't know if I mentioned this. No, I haven't, because we haven't done a podcast yet. So I hear all these kind of rumors, right, just as a judge of talking to the people at the event. Apparently, one is being sued by some, I don't know if it's a sanctioning body or somewhere in Thailand, because they're bringing a different form of Muay Thai to Thailand. And so much of Muay Thai is built into like
Thai culture,
the government. And it was the government, because you can see that it's sponsored by the army.
Yeah.
And of course the gambling and all of that kind of stuff. I didn't know this, but apparently the Rajadamnern Stadium, which is the other big stadium in Thailand, it's Lumpinee and it's Rajadamnern. Those are the two considered to be the two best Muay Thai stadiums in Thailand. They also banned the gambling. So Rajadamnern also banned the gambling. But so apparently one is being sued in Thailand for bringing in this different form of Muay Thai that's not like the traditional form of Muay Thai. And they're being sued for this. But, with the one group, and Chatri has the support of the Thai army and of the Thai generals, which is super weird, dude. Because when you're at Lumpinee Stadium, when you're like down level, you see all these dudes with like 500 medals on their jackets surrounded by all these people. There's military everywhere. There's like military cars going around. There's like drug sniffing dogs going around everywhere. You see military going by everywhere. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I feel like I'm doing something illegal just by existing here, But so apparently a lot of people in Thailand are upset because the rules are so different. They don't hold the clinches. They break off the clinches super early. There's all these foreign referees now. There's foreign judges for the first time ever in these Thai stadiums, right?
Yeah.
And so, when you do something new, people of the establishment are going to get upset by it. They still have the regular Muay Thai rules events, because there's events like every day.
Yeah.
Or almost every day. The stadium's always got stuff going on. But the one stuff is specifically on Friday. And that is what's different. But they told me when I was there that the one events, they've never been so busy. All the shops, all the food places, they've never been so busy since it opened up. And the third event, which was way busier and way more rowdy and way more eventful than the second event, that was about 90% full. That one was packed, and you could feel the energy. Every single time a punch or a kick lands, "Oi! Oi!" Every single time, "Oi!" They're just yelling and shit every single time a strike lands. It's like, that's when you really start to feel like a Thai energy. Okay, so let's see what else we got here.
Women are not allowed to fight in the stadium or enter the ring.
Well, they definitely are now.
Yeah.
You tell that to Stamp Fairtex.
So maybe that's...
1956, was it?
Or maybe that's on the days where one doesn't do it. Because
Oh.
there were definitely women fighting in every event that I've seen. So this is the thing, right? This is what Lumpinee Stadium, this is what Thai Stadium needs. They need... Go ahead.
Oh, no, well, you've got to sort of been to Thailand and seen the Muay Thai scene there to understand how ingrained and how important it is to the culture in Thailand. Like, I've been, backpacking there when I was younger and stuff, and been out in the middle of nowhere, and there's just one crappy old TV in the corner somewhere, and there's Muay Thai on it. It's like football in the UK or basketball in the US. Like, Muay Thai is that in Thailand.
Yeah, and it's, when you have something that's that ingratiated into the culture and you want to make changes and you want to come in as a separate entity and then make changes, you're definitely going to deal with resistance. Where's that women thing, Charmaine? Where do you see that? Which paragraph is it?
Above. Right above.
Traditionally reserved for male
fighters. Can you go up a little bit, Jake?
There.
Oh, okay. So 11 promoters are responsible for booking boxers to fight at the stadium. The rules are the same as Roger Damnern. Boxers must weigh in more than 100 pounds, older than 15 years.
Yeah, duh.
Older than 15 years, with a weight difference between boxers of no more than 5 pounds. Women are not allowed to fight in the stadium or enter the ring. Well, that's just simply not true anymore. I did not know that was the case. But there were women fighting in every event that I've been to.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Women judges, women fighters. I mean, this is huge. That's huge for foreign fighters. As a foreigner, I like that. If you ask the old school Thais, they're probably like, what's this Falong doing in my fucking stadium, right? But this is what you need. You need somebody to come in and change the game up a little bit, because the stadiums have been dying for a long time. Everybody knows that. They still consider the golden era in Muay Thai to be like the 70s. Could you imagine the golden era in your sport being 70 years ago with like social media and the way that exposure exists now? You got to come in and you got to shake some stuff up. So I love how it says the operator is the Royal Thai Army for a Thai boxing stadium.
But like, how many? It's good for the Thais as well. Like the fighters, it's good for them, because how many times you've been to Thailand and been like the waiter in the restaurant you're eating in or something like that, and somehow you get talking to them and they're like, oh yeah, I've had 350 fights and I used to be a champion at this weight. Yeah. You're like, dude, and now you're a waiter. Like, you got to get these guys paid.
Yeah, definitely you got to get them paid. So this is really cool. Actually, Jake, you can keep talking about this for a minute. I'm just going to send you the videos to this.
Yeah.
To this thing. Okay, and we're back. I have successfully sent Jake some of the videos from one, so you guys can take a look at the stadium and stuff if you've never seen it before. Of course, you can find these videos on YouTube and everything. What I wanted to do was edit all of these together and present it nicely, but at the moment I'm just so busy that may not be possible. So we'll just take a look at a few of them here, and you guys can take a look at the stadium. So if you click that, Jake, that's the first one. This is like the outside of the stadium and what it looks like. So that area there, the Lumpinee Boxing Stadium office, that's like a little shrine. It has all these cool pictures and videos, and it breaks down all the techniques and has some belts and some championship stuff. And the big dome-looking thing is the stadium. So yeah, we'll just run through these videos here, Jake, because some of them are going to be varying degrees of length.
Same again. What's that one?
Yeah, check that. That's just walking up into the actual stadium from the ground floor, which is going to be pretty cool. So this is like literally the first steps I ever took into the stadium. So I think the stadium fits 9,000 people, or something like that. And you can see it for those listening, as you walk in, you just walk in, you got a great view of the ring. Yeah, and this is on the ground floor. I mean, it looks pretty sweet when you're in there.
So one went like full on production values, lights, everything. Not because I've been to Muay Thai shows in Thailand where there's no lights and it's just people sat in a crowd smoking.
Oh no, this has got everything.
Lights. It's got AC. It's actually pretty cool.
No, it's super comfortable. That guy looks really happy. He's like filming me. Well, he's like, "Where are you filming me?" Let's try this one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah. So I think what we have here is the Y Crew, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, this is just them doing some. This is just Dom Lau doing his rehearsals.
Practicing, warming up. Let me scroll down a bit.
Going.
Oh, it's going to be over.
Okay, let's try. What about this one or these two? Let's see how
this one?
Yeah. I don't know, it's more the same.
It's the same one.
But at least here you can get a better view of the actual stadium here. Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. There's some videos, and then they have like shops over there to the side. They got some Fairtex shops on the side. All right, let's see if we can find some better ones here. I have some longer ones also.
Maybe take a cameraman next time.
Yes, exactly. Well, my plan was to edit this together, right? but obviously that has failed. Okay, so now this is where we actually start to get into the shows. So maybe try it.
This one?
Yeah, let's try that one. Unless it's like 10 megabytes. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to get. See, I was trying to get. Yeah, there's Stamp. There's Stamp right there behind me. There's one of the Lumpinee judges, and now you can see there's actually some people and some camera crew going on in the background, which is pretty cool. They have one does the things where they have the wristbands.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool because it gives a nice like effect in the stadium. I wonder how much they spend a year on those.
You're supposed to return the wristband.
Oh, you are?
Apparently, yeah.
I think everybody just takes that shit.
Yeah.
Try that
No,
one,
they
Jake.
just throw
This
it
one?
away.
Yeah. Unless it's really small. So here they're doing the Y crew. I believe this is in the main event. So yeah, this is one of the things that's a little bit controversial about the One in Lumpinee show events because the Y crew is like a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Right? What they do, if you're listening to this and you don't know what the Y crew is, it's this sort of dance they do where they all wear the mongkong, which is the headband, and then they go around and they do some dancing in the rings and they go corner to corner and they start praying because it is like a spiritual thing. Problem is, foreign audiences don't love the Y crew because they take a long time to do it and they do it between every fight and it makes the shows go way longer and it just sort of breaks the attention span of the audience. And for like a foreign audience,
Yeah.
it can sort of break up the momentum. So the way that they do it in one, and I believe this is part of the controversy, is they have everybody do the Y crew at once. So there's like 10 people in the ring. And if you go down, Jake, further, I have a video of everybody doing the Y crew all at once. This one is pretty unmistakable. Keep going down.
This one. Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah, maybe it's no.
This.
Nah, no, that's John Nuts. That's Fight Circus.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going up.
Um,
There'll be like 8 people in the ring.
I can't see too well from it.
Yeah,
No.
keep going up. Keep going.
What's that?
No, that's not it. I'll see it when you. Pretty sure I put it in there.
No.
No.
Oh fuck! Did I not? I said like 20 videos. Is that one of them not there?
That's all of them that came through.
Okay, go down a little bit more.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Oh, this one. That's the one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, make it.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, wait, that's me. There we go.
Okay, make that. Yeah, so here's an example of the Y crew, and it's normally not done like this, right? Normally it's just they do it right before the fight. It's 2 people, and you can see there's a female fighter. So for Wikipedia, you may need to change your entry. And I zoomed in here because you see everybody does it a little bit differently. There's some white
Now,
dude.
that white dude is taking it way too serious.
You see his stands are just starting to fill up. You see all the military? There's
Yeah.
all the military in there.
Like, even the Thais are looking at him like, mate, give it a rest. All right, we get it. You respect Thai culture.
Yeah, I mean, so it's an interesting thing, right? They do this prayer. Now in the main event, they still do it like the old school style, but they only do it for the main event. And I remember hearing from some of the executives that for the second or third show, I can't remember which one, they thought the Y crew was like it went way too long, and they were all kind of pissed about it because the broadcasting schedule was pretty tight.
Yep.
And the Y crew went on like a minute or two too long, and it got to the point where they were worried that they wouldn't be able to show the entire thing. So anyway, bit of a new thing that's happening in Muay Thai, but I think it's just so essential. And they put on the first ever MMA shows in Lumpinee shows, or in Lumpinee history, female fighters apparently. I didn't know, female judges. So they're doing some game-changing stuff there, and they've had some excellent fights, man. That spinning back kick, that Hong Kong girl, whoo, put on some good shit, man.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff, and anything that gets the Thai fighters more money is awesome, as far as I'm concerned. Because you don't want to have 350 fights and then end up working as a server in a restaurant, on a beach somewhere. It seems a bit harsh.
Well, that's one thing I know that they're trying to do is they're trying to reset the market for like what Thai fighters are paid, right? Because number one, they pay in U.S. dollars, which is huge, right? Because usually, of course, in Thailand and the Thai stadiums, they pay in Thai baht. But the fact that they're paying the fighters in U.S. dollars, the fact that they do $10,000 bonuses if you get a knockout. I mean, they were giving out bonuses like crazy in that third show because there were so many amazing finishes. I mean, you can imagine as a Thai fighter, Like getting a $10,000 bonus, US dollars.
Life-changing.
Yeah, that's life-changing money. And what that does is it encourages people to come in. Encourages more people to try to get on those shows specifically. And it encourages people generally, unless you're that Australian dude, it encourages people to actually fight, to make sure that they get invited back.
Yeah.
Because you want the opportunity to earn that US dollars and potentially get that bonus money.
Nah, the Australian dude was trying to look for a heel hook. But even when he had his chance to get the heel hook, he didn't get it. So and then he kept trying. So we were like, oh, boo.
Yeah. Could you imagine being the first ever like red carded in Lumpinee Stadium? Like the guy wouldn't fight. I don't know what you're thinking, man.
And also that fight with, is it a Syrian or Iranian guy?
Pull that up to your mouth.
With the Malaysian guy. They gave it to the Malaysian guy.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was robbery, but apparently the judges didn't think so.
Yeah, well, it's still I can't remember that fight. I only saw it then. I haven't gone back and watched it. But, sometimes you got close fights.
And then, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but didn't that guy ask, was it Mitch or something, why he lost?
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Mitch just brushed it off. I was like, oh no. I felt so bad for that guy. He's like, what, bro, why I lost, man? And then Mitch was like, oh, it was a good fight. And then just like walked away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Well, there's a lot of fights where, there was also the one I showed you with the Yuji Shimada ref where he didn't tap and Yuji stopped the fight or whatever. Those guys are upset, right? I mean, they get in the big show. But the thing is, like, honestly, with one, they really don't care about if you win. It's just you fight.
Yeah.
Just fucking put on a good show. That's if you're listening to this and you want to fight for them, just go fight. You can't be conservative. Just make them invite you back, win or loss. If you put on a good show, they'll invite you back.
They regularly give out bonuses to both the winner and the loser if it's been an amazing fight. So then, like, when they do that, you're like, yeah, that's awesome. Encourage people to fight.
Yeah, because they just want to separate the niche, right? The niche, apart from the Thai stuff, where they put on good fights. People aren't coasting. People aren't letting people off the hook. People are going after it. And now, Jake, maybe we can use that to segue into the next show that I'll be doing, which is going to be a big one, which is the 20...
But there's 2 shows that you're doing.
Well, there's one every week. Oh, yeah, that's a double header.
24th and 25th.
Yes.
Right, so here's what's on the...
So this is my next show. The next one that I'll be judging is the one... There's 2 shows, which I didn't even realize until like last week. Yeah, I was like, oh, God. I mean, I love doing it, but those are long days.
Yeah.
When we do those double headers, whew.
Because it's 8 p.m. and then after that it's 8 a.m.
Yes,
so
exactly.
It's like immediately after.
So it's like we finish at midnight, and then we're there at like 5 or 6 a.m. And the only reason I have that reaction is just because I get slightly concerned like that morning that I'm not as sharp as I should be because I'm fucking tired.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But usually smash a few Red Bulls. Oh. I see like John Lineker come out and my blood gets. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. My blood gets pumping. So why don't we click this and take a look at the show? This is going to be the big one. This is going to be the first like actual pay-per-view show that they've done at Lumpinee Stadium. So this is going to be the first real test
of how popular it is.
Yes, of a main prime show being done at Lumpinee Stadium. Which is why, dude, I have to get a Thai visa. I have to do all this like crazy shit. Charmaine spent. How long we did 2 days. It took like 5 hours to apply for this Thai visa, man. It was brutal. It took a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Because this show is like a big show. So let's take this off. We have Fabricio Andrade going against John Lineker. It's a rematch of the last fight where Fabricio Andrade dick kicked Lineker so hard that it shattered his cup. His plastic cup that he was wearing for some reason. Dude, wear a steel Thai cup.
Yeah, wear something solid.
Yeah, wear a solid cup. This should be a good fight, man. This is a rematch. Andrade, I thought, was winning that first fight, but Lineker's still a beast. So that will be the first. I may be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure this will be the first ever non-Muay Thai main event in Lumpinee Stadium. So definitely the first ever MMA event, main event. So for Fabricio Andrade, John Lineker, nice. This is going to be sick. Tawan Chai against Jamal Yusupov. That's a great fight, man. That's going to be a really good fight. Muay Thai World Championship. Tawan Chai is one of the absolute best in the world. One of the absolute best kickboxers in the world.
Martin Nguyen.
His kicks are nasty. Elbows are nasty. You got Martin Nguyen on the card against Shamil Gasanov. Martin Nguyen's on a bit of a rough patch. Hey, he really needs a win.
Yeah.
He was a former 2-division champion, has a win over Christian Lee. He was the lightweight champion. He was the featherweight champion. But he's come on some rough times recently. I don't know much about Shamil Gasanov, but I know that Martin Nguyen needs a win. Danielle Kelly, one of the absolute best female submission grapplers in the world, going against Ayaka Mura.
BJJ?
Yeah, it's BJJ. I mean, I think Danielle Kelly's going to smash
Yeah.
Ayaka. Ayaka's the one who Tiffany Teo beat down in MMA. She's got a really good scarf hold, really good side control, controls the scarf hold. But Danielle Kelly is one of the absolute best females in the world. But it should be a good fight. Danny Kingad versus Iko Roni Soputra. Don't know who that is. I know Danny Kingad. Filipinos are always going to be there representing. We have Samapech Fairtex. Keep going down. I don't know the light heavyweight kickboxing guys. Andre Stoica. I've heard of him. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Okay, so that should be interesting. Now, there's also that's the one on Amazon Prime, right?
Yes,
There's
because
also
that's with the wacky timings.
There's also the Lumpinee show the day before. Is that it?
Live after main card.
Oh, what is this?
It's very confusing.
Oh, Tommy Langacker is on it, though.
How these run.
This one is probably the one.
No. It's a different day.
Live after main cut.
Yeah, they're probably just doing the one on the actual show, and then they might be doing some extra fights after that.
But I don't think there's any big fights on the second card, is there?
Well, one's on
I can't
Friday
see
night,
that there is.
and one's on Saturday morning.
That is Saturday morning.
That's the Saturday morning card, but what about the Friday night card? Maybe they don't have it yet.
Maybe it's not there.
Yeah, because the Lumpinee shows, they do them pretty quick. Because in Thailand, they do fights every week.
Yeah.
So those ones, they don't always advertise everything in advance. But if you look at look at the fucking lineup for the upcoming events. Lineker Andrade, Arjun Buller versus Malakin. I could send you this video. I'm not going to, but I took a video of when I was in the hotel in the Philippines when Malakin knocked out Renier de Ridder. And I just remember being like sad.
Yeah,
the knockout was so brutal. I was like, that was the worst knockout I've ever seen live. And I just saw Renier de Ridder's head bounce off of the mat over and over again. He's going against Arjun Buller, who's the first ever Indian major champion.
There's another title fight. Who's that?
Is it Janet Todd? Who is it? Arjun Buller. Oh, Rotang. Oh, fuck yeah. Look at that. Rotang and Superlek. God damn, that is a good fight. Superlek might be my favorite. Him and Rotang might be my two favorite strikers. They're both amazing. That is going to be a fucking amazing fight. One of the best striking fights of the year, for sure.
All I'm saying is, it sorts out some comp tickets.
Huh?
Well, if you're judging it, we'll have comp tickets.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely sort you out.
You get 5.
I didn't even know
You
this.
can get 5 tickets.
I didn't even know I got tickets. I don't know how many it is, but someone told me,
You told me 5.
that it was 5.
He's like, oh, wicked. All right, well, we'll take those.
Because I don't know what I'm allowed to ask for, right? So I go to the event, and I knew Charmaine was going to be there, and I can't buy tickets because it's like Thai. I don't know how it's organized or whatever. You can't buy them on the website for the Lumpinee shows. And then I just was like, went to this dude. I was like, hey, does anyone know? Like, am I asking for too much? But I was like, can I get a ticket? And this guy was like, oh, yeah, they don't have a problem giving you tickets. Here, take some of these. And I was like, oh, okay. It's good to know. Alicia Rodriguez, yeah, she's the current Muay Thai world champion. She's a beast going against Janet Todd. That's a good fight.
Yeah,
that's a good fight.
So they got 3 title fights in this card. Right, yeah, definitely one comp ticket.
But those 2 main events. I mean, that female fight is pretty badass, too. But Rotang versus Superlek, god damn, that's going to be a good fight. Malakin and Arjun Buller for the heavyweight title. That's going to be a good fight. And then there was also, the one after that, can you go back for me?
Ham Seo Hee.
Huh?
Isn't the female fight?
Oh, Nongo and Jonathan Haggerty. Fuck yes. Fuck yeah. That's going to be so good.
Oh, that's in Lumpinee as well. That's going to be amazing.
Come on, one. Bring me in for that one. Bring me in for that one,
More
please.
bands to be announced, but that looks amazing.
Only that one.
Oh, the reason I want to go is because it's not an MMA fight, so I can just watch it from super close.
Yeah, but then surely you need some MMA fights on that card so
Otherwise
you
they
can go
wouldn't
and
bring you
structure.
there.
Hey, do not poke holes in my plan, Jake. And then let's see what's on the undercard of the Demetrius Johnson, Adriana Moraes fight.
So this one's in the States, so this is
Where is
a
Broomfield?
big deal.
Colorado.
Oh, this is the Colorado one.
Yeah, this is the Colorado one. Yeah, that's going to be a big one. Rotang again. Oh, yeah, this is Tabares. Okay, fighting Edgar Tabares for the Muay Thai World Championship. Oh, right, Sage Northcutt going against my man, Ahmed Mushtaba. Listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on with... Did you see that picture of Sage Northcutt on the Instagram?
Which one?
go to one's Instagram. I mean, he looks fucking huge.
Juiced.
Ahmed Mustafa is like my size. Sage Northcutt looks ridiculously huge. I can't even believe they're in the same weight class. Because you actually scrolled by it earlier when you were looking at it. If you go to One Championship's Instagram, if you're listening, look at the picture of Sage Northcutt. I mean, I don't know how him and Ahmed could possibly be in the same weight class. You'll see it when you go down. Just keep going down. You can't miss it. I mean, Sage is so fucking jacked. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And Ahmed Mustafa is the guy who just got that triangle finish on that. There he is.
Oh, my God.
I mean, look at that shit. Well, look at his fucking legs. I mean, that is preposterous. That is fucking preposterous. How does somebody look like that?
That's a very impressive physique.
I mean...
He needs to heal his, the orbital, right? The broken orbital, so he took some juice.
But, I mean, I don't even know how he can make the weight. I don't know what weight class this thing's scheduled to be at. Can you go back to the...
Oh, I've lost it. Give me a sec.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, if you can't find it, it's
yeah.
not, but I don't know how the fuck they're supposed to be in the same weight class. That is crazy. Because he looks insanely jacked. And Ahmed Mustafa's like my size. He was a featherweight before. Maybe he's a lightweight now. But I thought Sage Northcutt fought Cosmo Alexandre at welterweight, which is 185 and 1.
Cosmo Alexander?
Yeah. The guy that broke his
orbital.
His orbital.
Was that his last fight?
That was Sage's last fight, yeah.
Oh, the Ritter's on the card.
Oh, yeah, go up a little bit. Let's see. It's at lightweight, so that's 170.
Yeah,
I don't know.
How's he going to make 170?
I don't know about that. Yeah, Tyrell Tulu.
He's going to do a jiu-jitsu bout with...
Rainier de Ritter, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Rainier fought Andre Galvo. He fought his coach in that jiu-jitsu match. Yeah, Stan Fairtex and Elise Anderson, that's a good fight.
I mean,
Angla's back.
Going to win, definitely.
That's a good fight card, man.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's a really good fight card.
This is the American card.
Yeah, this is the American card. They're going to add more, too. I'm sure they're going to add more fights. Man, that one lineup is looking pretty fucking juicy. Whew.
Yeah, there's a good few months of fights coming up. John Jones makes his debut at heavyweight as well. We'll break that down in the future.
Yeah, John Jones and Cyril Gane. I don't even know what to think about that. I'm sort of sad about Francis leaving, but if I can see Francis and Deontay Wilder and standing opposite each other, I mean, who the hell knows what's going to happen there? I mean, obviously you think Wilder's going to win in a boxing match, but talk about two dudes with just nuclear weapons for hands.
But if it's a pure boxing match, then Ngannou's going to lose. But if you do it in MMA gloves, makes it interesting.
The thing about Ngannou, though, that makes him a little bit more, makes him have a bit more of a chance is that he's unconventional. Right? Yeah. Ngannou's not, like, you see that knockout when he knocked out, what's his name? Biggie Boy. What's his name? The guy from Suriname, the big heavyweight.
Oh, Rosenstruck.
Rosenstruck, yeah. When he knocked him out, I mean, he literally just ran at him like windmill punching and just, like decapitated him. Like, boxers don't do that. Yeah. So there's a certain amount of unpredictability and the fact that Ngannou is probably going to be 60 pounds heavier than Wilder.
Yeah.
50 to 60 pounds heavier. So there's something to be said there.
Exciting times. Exciting times. Right, I'm going to have to bounce.
Yep.
Sorry.
Let's finish it up. All right, Charmaine, thank you. Thank you for doing the podcast.
Jake? Oh, you've got a big low battery sign in front of your face, but never mind.
Low battery.
Okay, well, everybody, thank you all for listening. Sorry we were on hiatus. Unfortunately, these podcasts are going to be a little bit more sporadic because, half the month, about twice a month, I'm going to be in Bangkok doing the Lumpinee shows. Hopefully, I can try to keep getting content out, but unfortunately, when I'm in Bangkok is also when my off days are. So at this point, I'm basically working 7 days a week.
Yeah. Like, if you are out there and are looking and can work being a video editor for cheap, we're probably looking for one.
Yes, I need a video editor. So if anybody is out there and can give me a good price to edit some content, please let me know. All right, everybody. This is the Stronghold Podcast. Thank you all for listening. We will see you next week with Alvin Ong back on the podcast with his boy to talk about a website and a book that they're putting together about local Singapore fighters, competitors. So look out for that one next weekend. Thank you all for listening. Everybody, have a good week.